Hi there, everybody. I'm Jennifer Angel, and this is my report for the week of September the 11th. So that's a date that none of us will forget for sure. So I'd like to start by sending a special prayer to those everywhere around the world. I remember where I was exactly. I was in Australia, and my friend and business partner in New York reached out to me and told me, what had happened with the attack. And, I think it's like one of those things that you just remember where you were. So even if you weren't involved in the attack, you was still, felt the influence of it. So a special prayer goes out to everybody around the world, and best wishes to you today, on this day, and of course every day. Okay, so let's have a look at what's happening, planetary activity, and most of it's happening towards the end of the week this week. All right, so on the 14th we have a new moon, which means the moon and the sun are conjunct at the same degree in the same sign, and this month's new moon is in the sign of Virgo, so which means it's going to be happy birthday Virgo soon. So it's so happy birthday Virgo now. Okay, so it's a message for us to balance between the intuitive and the logical. Virgo likes to and is very good at delving into the details and really making sure that nothing falls through the cracks. So it's a very logical energy, and the moon is emotional. So in this sense, there's a concentration on how things come together, and that can get quite intense because Virgo, and actually all the earth signs, we do like to worry. I'm a Capricorn, so I have that worry gene as well, especially if things are not falling into place as they should or as we feel they could or want them to be. So a good use of this energy is just to get with this new moon, just to get yourself organized. Okay, the more organized you are, the more that the intense energy of the moon is, the less it's going to, mess with you, for instance. So and to do that, sometimes we need just to take a step back and just check in with our intuition. And you've got everything organized, and then you want to ask yourself, how does it feel? Does it feel right? Is there anything that you need to do with this, so you feel happy and satisfied with the way that it's all coming together? And also, does it have to be done now? Is it one of my priorities? Or would I be best now just to take a step away and take a break to, just a refresh? Even if it's just a 20-minute break, go for a quick walk, play with the dog, do a little meditation, or perhaps some breathing exercise, just to keep things in perspective, okay? And then on the 15th, Mercury, the planet of communication, creativity, and education, will be stationary direct, okay, which means it's coming out of its retrograde. Hooray, I love that, which means also that it's in that storm phase. So I did a whole video and blog on this, just outlining all the phases of Mercury retrograde. So find that on my, on my YouTube, or, find it, on my blog. And, if you want to delve a little bit deeper into Mercury retrograde, then that article is for you. All right. So when it's in that storm phase, and for probably most of this week and over the weekend, and when it's right on that stationary direct on the 15th, though, which is the end of the week, then that's when things can really get messy. So you want to be careful, and you don't go into that worry, because nothing stops your attraction power and your manifestation than starting to worry about things. That really just squashes it down again. Okay. So, and also, if you're launching something, you've got something new, and myself and my partner, Kat Mendoza, we're both launching our Venus and Mars love language course, but we're just putting the final touches on it now, and we're going to be launching that directly after, you know, Mercury retrograde. So if you're launching something, then from Monday the 18th is a perfect time to start that. All right, which means that this coming week from the 11th is also a perfect time just to get everything locked down behind the scenes. And that's what a Mercury retrograde is really, really good for. That's what it's used for. All right. Now, the sun will trine with Uranus also on Friday, the 15th. The trine is what's called like an easy passage, almost like a destined type passage. It's certainly a path of least resistance and a path of allowing. So for you to allow your attraction and manifestation to come to you, and for you to be open to allow it, all right, and to think on the positive, okay? So you want to keep your schedule a little bit flexible with this, because with the sun being our most powerful energy source in the sign of Virgo and Uranus in Taurus, makes it an earth trine, and anything that happens under a Uranus influence can literally just come out of the blue and blindside you sometimes, you know. So being an earth trine does give it some grounding, and what happens during this time can indicate that it's going to be there for the long term and not just a passing situation. So the week concludes with Venus squaring Jupiter. Now, as I've said before, a square is traditionally a challenging aspect, but between Venus and Jupiter, not so much. It's not like it's between Mars and Pluto, which really is a true challenging square. But, you know, Venus and Jupiter, not so much. However, Venus is in Leo and Jupiter is in Taurus, both fixed signs. So it's a fixed sign square, which means you want to be mindful to just get out of your own way again. All right. So another way of looking at this is just to stay open-minded. And although we all think that our way is the best way, of course, do try to keep in mind that we're always learning. And, you know, remember that saying, we don't know what we don't know. I love that saying. All right. So in that sense, even though it is a square, just be mindful, as I said, to get out of your own way, be open, be more flexible, and see what else is available. You know, see what someone else's ideas, be open to listening, at least. You know, sometimes a square can just like stop us. So, and then it gives us a chance just to interrupt us and like open up and broaden our views and see what else is going on, what other options and opportunities can come through for us. Okay. All right. Have a great week, everybody. I look forward to connecting next week. And now I'm going to go ahead and just give just a brief overview of what's happening for each sign. And this you can find in written version on my website, on the horoscope pages, and also published in Star Magazine. Okay, so there for Aries, there's a new start at work and with money. Okay, so you want to believe in your ability to get the job done. A cosmic connection with someone also can just spark inspiration for you, which allows you to stand out in the crowd. All right, for love, love's passionate. All right, so that's nice. You've still got Mars in your relationship area. So, you know, Aries and Mars, of course, it's your ruling planet, so it goes very well. All right, so Taurus, so Venus being your ruler, Taurus, and the planet that governs both love and money, sits in your area of home and family. So this is going to indicate a time for you to do what is right for you, because this is also an area of inner nurturing. All right, so new moon energy heats up your love life, so you want to get ready to have a meaningful chat. All right, because we've got the new moon and Mercury, which is going through that storm part of its retrograde, while it's coming out of retrograde all this week. So if you need to have a meaningful chat, then try to plan it out in your mind. You're a Taurus, so you're probably going to write it down in a journal and just, you know, just be open and be compromising, you know. So take a leaf out of Libra's book and just try to see both sides of everything. All right, so Gemini, both home and work are going to need your full attention now. So make sure you get it organized, Gemini, so nobody misses out on scheduled time with you. But they are going to have to sort of schedule time, you know, like open door philosophy is probably not going to work for you right now because, you know, it's busy. And so you want to just sort of keep things sort of going. And when someone asks for your advice, just be honest and sincere, you know, say how you feel, and that way you'll avoid misunderstandings. Gemini, Venus rather, is in an area which opens up to have discussions, but it has discussions in a way that you need to just be honest, all right? Okay, so Cancer, money matters are positive. Yeah, we like that. However, be mindful that mixing friends and money is not always a good way to go. It does not always have a positive outcome. However, I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just saying to be, you know, a little careful with it. Make sure, you know, business is business, and you want to make sure everybody knows, and money's money. Make sure everybody knows what they're accountable for and what the ground rules and the boundaries are. Okay. And do that up front so there's no misunderstanding, right? And then at home, you may not have much time to make a decision, so you'll need to have all the facts on hand. If you've got something bubbling around a home or with a partner or friends, then you know, do your research. Make sure you have all the facts available before you you know, before you get to that conversation. Okay, now Leo, Venus, the planet that governs love and money in your sign. We love that. And it does send work opportunities, all right? But yes, there is a little bit of a but here because it is squaring with Jupiter. So things may not be as good as they actually look. So you want to just delve deeper and ask more questions, all right? See what the fine print is, all right? The energy will allow you to get real about making changes, so we like that. And for love, you know, shake the cobwebs from the past, get rid of the past, because you want to embrace a new relationship. And with Venus in your sign, it's all very possible now. Or to renew a relationship that you have, put the spark back into it, all right? All right, so Virgo, it's all systems go, Virgo. There's a new moon in your sign. This energy brings a positive vibe for your life. It's a new start, so you want to think big, be positive, have an attitude of expecting the best. So, you know, here's what you need to do. Be prepared for anything that goes wrong, like a good Virgo, okay? But expect the best always, right? Now with money, just avoid making any rash decisions. With Mars there in your money zone, then once again, you want to do your homework, you want to get prepared. And for love, just stay in your heart, Virgo, get out of your head somewhat, all right? And so listen to what your heart's saying and use that as your guide. All right, so Libra, Mars is in your sign. So your life, when Mars is in your sign, any sign, it shifts your, you know, life into the fast lane. So you want to be alert. You don't want to miss details. You want to get organized, all right? There could be some mix-ups around money now. So you want to stay on top of any financial situations. Just make sure you know what's going on. And, you know, and whenever possible, just connect with your inner self and your dreams. Stay motivated, stay connected to your dreams, and that's going to keep you motivated to, you know, keep the end result in mind, and that's what you're working towards, all right? Excuse me. Now, Scorpio, Venus is in your career zone, and it's going to connect you with people who can offer support and advice in money. So anything to do with financial matters, then it's almost like people are going to come to you and just give you some advice. You want to just take it, you already know it, but sometimes you can find a little gem of information in the middle of what someone's saying. Put time aside to indulge in your heart, okay? So it's not all about work. It's not all about responsibility. make time for love, all right? But don't take your eye off the prize and off the matters at work. Good friends are supportive now. Get out and socialize, to spend some time, because that's what helps to reduce stress. So you want to have balance through your life. Sagittarius, you are the sign of brutal honesty, and that's the best way to start or continue a romantic union. Okay, so secrets can literally come back to bite you. So, you know, at work, a new beginning can just give you a chance to restructure your life. So you want to keep everything sort of above board, whether it's professional or personal. Okay, because you have a chance now to restructure your life in a way that provides more joy, happiness, as well as financial freedom. All right, so Capricorn, Mars sits in our career zone. So, and again, it has this, I don't know about you, but it has me working around the clock, all right? So you want to be mindful just to, you know, take a break, reflect on life, which will help ignite your creativity. Now, with money, think through any financial opportunities just before you agree or disagree to anything. Make sure that you know where you stand and what you need and what you want. And to do that, you can build solid foundations, you know, for the future. For love, you know, be vulnerable. Allow yourself to get in touch with how you really feel and share it with someone. All right, so Aquarius, Venus, the love planet, in your relationship zone. Okay, you can literally send someone your way that gets your heart racing. All right, so don't be in too much of a hurry to take control, though. You may need to just sort out some home matters first, and you know, just take it as it comes. Like life's a journey, and also the mystery of life can be fun, right? Okay, so Pisces, love is definitely in the area for you, Pisces. There's a new moon right opposite, plus Mercury's coming out of retrograde and the sun. So make time for love. A friend can step forward to offer an opportunity at work. So that's, you know, sounds great as well. However, it's likely to come through, opportunities are likely to come through social engagements right now. So you want to get yourself organized so you can have some time just to go out and see what's happening. Go out, see and be seen. All right. All right. So love and luck for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next week, and look forward to telling you all about the Venus Mars love language course. We're very excited about that. Okay. Bye for now.